Good day to you. Hello, friends and moms. I'm going to be talking to moms today. I am going to be talking today about why you aren't a failure as a mom. And I am just glad to get to be able to be on here and say hello. In my corner of the world, the sun finally came out and it's really nice. Hope you are having a good day. So I remember when my son was waking every 1 to 2 hours at night, and most of my friends had babies or children that slept 11 or 12 hours straight. And I was reading all kinds of books and blogs, and I Googled late at night looking for a solution. And I remember this feeling that just kind of came over me constantly of what is wrong with me? Or what is wrong with my child? And eventually I started thinking, I must be one of the unlucky ones that just is never going to sleep and can't figure it out. And I started developing a sense of failure in this experience. And, I think a lot of moms, if we're honest, we battle that feeling of failure. And I've thought about like, why? Why does this happen? And some reasons that I can come up with are that things just don't work. They don't go the way we thought they would. And we had an unconscious story before we became a mom of what it would look like or how it would go. And then reality just never matches up to that. And so we start thinking there's something wrong with us, that reality doesn't match the picture that we thought it would be like as a mom, or who we thought we'd be, or how we thought it would go. And then there's other reasons, like we can compare ourselves to others. So, like for me, my friends' babies were sleeping through the night and had no sleep problems. And so when I looked at them, I thought, something's wrong with me, because if they somehow figured it out, they know what to do. It's working for them. So the problem must be me. If a baby has reflux, they're going to have a different story than a baby who has no medical issues at all. Or if a mom has a really difficult birth, it's going to be different for her and her baby in the next 6 to 12 months than it's going to be for a mom who had a simple, easy, smooth birth. And yet we don't tend to put that into the equation. We just feel this feeling of like, something must be wrong with me. I must not be good enough as a mom. Also, I think the biggest job we're ever going to do is going to be being a mom. Really, there's nothing that can compare to that. There's just no other role on the planet, in my opinion, that can compare to raising children. And so I think deep down inside, a lot of us have a deep fear that maybe we're just not going to be enough for it. So are you struggling with feeling like a failure? If this is resonating with you, then here's some things that have helped me when I felt that way. First, I started identifying what I wish was different. So, like, okay, let's just stop going with this vague fear. Let's identify, what do I wish was different? So for me, like, I want to be sleeping through the night so that I can have that restful joy that you have when you're sleeping, and I can be the mom with energy and peace that I want to be. That was who I wanted to be. I wasn't being that mom, and so that's what I wish was different. You can also ask, what is stopping that from happening? And so, there's a couple things. Like, I could describe the situation, the circumstances. This is what's stopping it. My baby just keeps waking at night. But there also can be some things that are stopping it, that I just believe that I'm stuck. That's something that's stopping it. I think I'm stuck, and I think there's no answers or no options that will fit our situation. And so I had to dig a little deeper, and I encourage you, like, dig deeper. Is that something that has come up in other places of your life? And yes, for me, I have found different scenarios where I felt stuck. And I felt like there was like the situation was decided for me and I had no option but just to grind through it. And so I was able to, realize that that's not true. There have been many times where maybe I felt that way, but that wasn't really the truth. Or maybe somebody told me, this is just the way it is. I actually had someone say, this just may be how it is for you with your child. And so if I was going to believe that, then I was going to stay in that spot and nothing was going to ever change. You may have somebody that has told you some message, or like you're always going to be a failure. You'll never figure it out. You don't do things very well. Like all along in our life, we've received those kinds of messages, and sometimes they sink in deep, and then they affect things like our parenting. So identifying that and like digging a little deeper can really help you. And identifying, where did this come from? When did this start? When did I first hear this kind of message and where did it start? And then often, and for me, I had to forgive myself. I had to forgive myself for believing that belief, that lie. I had to forgive other people who had spoken things that were just unwise to me, or who had spoken things that were unkind. And so that can be really simple. Just, I forgive. I choose to let that go. And then for me to identify what is the truth. So with my son waking up all night and feeling frustrated that I couldn't figure out the solution of why this was happening and what to do different, the truth was, I'm the mom. I'm the mom that God gave for this child. The truth is, I need sleep and he needs sleep to function well. This is a basic human need. And the truth is, there's always an answer. There's always a solution that will fit what we need. And so then I was able to like take an action step to stop operating out of that idea that I'm stuck and there's nothing I can do, but to say the truth is I'm not stuck. There's always an answer. And then to take an action step. So for me, the action step was connecting with someone who really understood sleep and getting her advice. And it changed our life. It just totally changed the whole sleep scenario. She had the keys that we needed. And if I had stayed in that mentality of like, I'm stuck, I'm just a bad mom, I'm a failure, then I wouldn't have been able to take that action step to get to her, to call her, to pay for the call, to get on the call, and to find out with her, like, what is going on? Will you help me figure this out? I have experienced that many moms, they really don't believe that they deserve to get good sleep. They have tried a lot of different things and they didn't work. And then that feeling of failure set in. And now they're unconsciously believing that they're stuck, or some version of that, whatever, your version is. And I want to invite you to a thriving life as a mom. I want to invite you to get sleep for you, for your child. And I want to give you a method that is going to be easy and fun. It's going to be hard work, okay? It's going to be hard. You're going to have to focus and be consistent, but it's not going to make you feel guilty. It's not going to make you feel more like a failure. I want to teach you a method that's going to allow you to be gentle and patient with your little one so that you can all get better sleep. And it's not just so you can sleep, it's so you can be the mom that you want to be, that you were destined to be and designed to be. So today is Friday. Tomorrow morning, I'm hosting a sleep class, and I want to invite you, if you need help with sleep, if you're not getting enough sleep and your child is 6 months and older, I want to invite you to join in my class. I'm going to put the link below. If you have any questions, you can post in the comments below. But we're down to less than 24 hours before this class starts. And I want to invite you to take a step to get the sleep you need so that you can be the mom that you want to be. And we're going to do it in a way that feels good. It's not going to bring about guilt. It's going to be in a way that works for you. And I'm super excited about the workshop. We're going to work through how to do this, and I'm going to answer your questions as we go. And then also, I am inviting anyone who's part of the class. You're going to get access to 4 Zoom calls with me, weekly calls over the next month where you can ask questions, you can get encouragement and support. So you're not going to be alone. Okay, well, if you have any questions, let me know. If this resonates with you, let me know. There's a lot of things we can apply this to, more than just sleep. But the truth is, you are not a failure. You are the mom that God designed for your child. You are the perfect mom for your child. And you have the resources, the solutions that you need to overcome the challenges that you're going to face as a mom. So I am excited to get to support you, and I will be back here on Monday connecting with you. I hope you have an awesome day, a good weekend. I look forward to seeing some of you tomorrow on Saturday morning. Bye.